Live. Welcome everyone to another episode of the GBP Roast Show, featuring Keith
Woo!
Lambo and Keith Lambo, JP, and myself, Dre.
What's up,
Uh,
everybody? Hope everyone's having a good
Hello,
week.
good afternoon.
how's everyone doing? I'm recovering from a cold.
Yeah,
Everyone's
I
got
think you got
cold.
mine.
Oh, and did you have a cold recently, Keith? Or no, am I just tripping out?
Yeah, no, I've actually have been sleeping in a separate room just so that I don't get
Oh.
the germs from the other people.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
he's got a
Oh.
bed in the back there somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let me go ahead and hit the intro. Let me see here. Let's see. All right.
Hey, GBP roast, GBP roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP roast, GBP roast. On your Google business profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP Lambo and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Oh yeah. Welcome everyone to another episode. We are gonna go ahead and start things off by doing reactions. So we want to go ahead and just do some quick reactions from you guys, Keith and JP. Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
All right,
Let's
here-
do
Lay
it.
it on me.
Here's one.
I mean, what are we going to say? No.
Press
not
releases
ready.
are the most important ranking factor for your GMBs, and if you include your business name, address, phone number, like map details, embed your map, and add your Google My Business listing CID URL, it will definitely give you a ranking boost. And for me, it's always worked.
So
Did he say links to the CID?
Oh yeah, he said press releases. Yeah, he was talking about press releases, and it's the most important factor for ranking Google business profiles.
No, it's so the problem is like when you say stuff like that is now it's when you do map embeds, it's usually like a temporary traffic signal. So you're gonna have to when you do a map embed, it lasts. You may see a boost for a little bit, and then it
Okay.
kind of starts to trickle back down. So those are one of those things you have to keep doing all the time.
Okay.
But you're not going to be doing a press release every week or every couple of weeks. So that's something you may want to do at the very
Once a month?
most, probably once a month. It just kind of depends, especially coming in the holidays. It's an opportunity. You can probably do a little bit more, but you just have to be careful by saying stuff like that because map embeds are great, but it's just reoccurring that you're gonna have to do.
It's quality, right? It's not
Yeah.
quantity. It's not
Yeah.
spamming.
That brings me to
Really?
my
We need
next.
to take nap out of their vocabulary. Like nap isn't a thing anymore.
Oh, it's not. So you don't even
No.
have to put the name, address, phone number.
No, an important thing that you want to put in there is definitely at least the business name and the city location because there could be an ABC company in Walnut Creek and there could also be one in Boise. So being able to kind of differentiate those two, it's going to be important. But you don't have to put like the address. It doesn't have to be like exactly the same. If it's off by a little bit, it's okay. So
Got it. So what I've been doing, I haven't actually been able to. I guess there are some press release companies that can also embed there's GBPs. I mean, so that actually what you should be doing. That's what the most powerful part of in press release, or links.
Your map embed should definitely be a part
Okay.
of that. Um, you-
it doesn't
but-
have. So the problem is like some of these ranking factors or features kind of change up a little bit. Like before, like linking out to your GMB used to be really a huge boost,
Mhm.
and then it kind of trickled down. It seems like they kind of turn off the switches almost. It's like every time they do an update, it kind of resets it. So something that was old is working again. That's usually what's happening. I mean, they're doing Google updates on maps like every weekend. So you just also it's going to be a big factor of kind of when you do it as well. So it's a timing thing.
And just be
So-
careful every time someone, right,
Mm.
makes hey, you should do this. And then at the end they say, oh, an order now. That you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
wait a minute. They just, if this guy was selling a press release at the end of his video,
Yeah.
you need to be really suspicious
Yeah.
of what is he really being honest and
Mm.
what he's really trying to say.
I'm curious, like, what are some of the topics that you guys write about press releases? Because I mean, I do sometimes look at like traffic trends and write it for a client, and then like I'll get some stats from their state or city government and kind of create a press release story around that, and just kind of like link back to like my clients. I mean, is there other like ideas that you have for someone to? Because you said maybe once a month. What would be a once a month press release topic that you would send out for a client?
It could be something if you have a certain promotion that you're doing every month. It could be, if it's a bakery, you may have something like, hey, come in and get a second baker's dozen free or half off or something like that.
Offers.
So it's usually the stuff that's can be reoccurring, like sales promotions is a big one.
Nice.
And if
But
you
you're
can
not
always be
you're,
thinking
you're not going to
about,
be announcing like, oh, like we're celebrating 7 years. You're not going to be you're not going to be announcing that like January, February.
Yeah,
We're announcing 7 years in
years.
1 month. So
So I guess play along to holidays like a Valentine's special, and then
yeah,
press
yeah.
release.
There's a
New
holiday
Year's
every month, so
special,
there's
in
always a
January.
way to put out a press release.
Keith, did you have something?
well, definitely, my brain's always thinks around conversions and the human, which is what's in it for me, what's in it for the human. And therefore, if you can be thinking, what's the real value? What is the real news excitement? Is something bigger? Is something faster? Did you expand? Right? You can even take old information that really was never newsworthy, but you can, state it. Let's say you are really the oldest HVAC company in your town. Maybe you could have a 100-year anniversary sale, but then do something special and tie it in with some sort of a nonprofit. Now, who's got more eyes on it, right? Local news stations, radio.
Yeah.
That's the kind of feel-good love that you
love
can
it,
really
love
get
it,
out of
love
a
it.
press release.
Love that one. Love that one. That one's hot. All right.
Boom!
I don't have my booms here. I do have my air horn. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is something related. Something related. So let me go ahead and play the next one right here.
So you only have to focus on premium citations, aka the ones that actually get traffic on their own. So there's a million different services that sell citations. Most of them are just garbage and they don't do anything. So it's premium citations and the ones that are industry specific.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
What is a premium citation?
What is it?
You said one.
I don't know.
You said ones that get traffic.
Oh, ones that get traffic. Ones that get traffic. He said
Ones
ones
that
that
get
get
traffic.
Yeah.
So, okay. I mean, like premium citation, would that be something like what, Yelp? Is that? I'm assuming.
Yeah. One good thing to think about is go search your niche, right? Within your city or your area or even your state. And then even, I know you're going to see a lot of local home service companies, but then you will see Yelp. You might see YP. You might see Home Advisor, the old Angie's List. You might see some of these places pop up.
Yeah, you're probably not going to see like Hot Frog, which is or Brown Book. Those are big citation directories that even goes into.
Right.
You're probably it's not going to be advantageous for you to get in there. And most of those profiles.
The clear thinking is, if Google is ranking it high on the SERP, right? Page 1, page 2. I mean, I know we're talking hundreds of pages. Then you should also pay attention as well. That's why a lot of people are trying to scratch their head about Reddit, right? Like, how can we manipulate Reddit when it's almost always a top ranking?
Yeah, it all comes down. We could probably even do a whole show even just about citations and things like that. But for me, it's all about brand gossip. It's Google's looking for other places in their ecosystem where people are talking about your brand. So that's the purpose of a citation. Someone can go on there, interact with your business on that directory, and leave a review, post a photo, something like that. So you got to think about it. Just putting your name, address, and phone number that's not enough. It's about people talking about you now.
Got it. So you're talking. I mean, there's this new thing on the Google search. They're saying that people are saying, and it's pulling it in from. It's a new featurette that they're pulling in, where it's like coming from Quora, Reddit, and a lot of video stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I'm thinking videos might be more important for companies to start doing.
Especially shorts. So if you can do shorts on like YouTube Shorts and TikTok. I mean, even TikTok reviews are actually shown in your Google business too. So
I've seen that.
Just getting anywhere. I mean, every major video platform that you can think of: Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, TikTok. So, I mean, those are places where people. And actually, I mean, look at the search results, like he said, because you'll see something then it says like discussions and forums, and then it'll say like videos. So look at what the SERP says, and it gives you hints of what you should be focusing on.
Love it, Keith. Anything else to add on that one?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so let's check out our next video I was able to find. This is the last one I have for this week, which is very, very interesting topic. A lot of people covered it today, and I saw on the YouTubes. Let me go ahead and play this one. All right.
CTR manipulation is a great thing that you can utilize to bring up that engagement. Big tip, make sure that you're using something like CTR Driver though that utilizes phone. These bad boys. Don't go out there and use the mass things that just sit there and spam profiles with desktop bot. Not great.
All right, all right. CTR manipulation has been pretty hot the past couple of weeks. I've been seeing it spoken by a lot of local SEOs out there, and
I would stay
I'm
away
curious what
from
your
it.
takes.
I personally stay away from it because it's giving an inflated traffic. So okay, let me take that back. So CTR is something you have to consistently do. Assume that people are doing that many searches for your business and clicking and interacting with your business. Because if you turn this thing on and let it rip for a week, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, my rankings are doing great. Well, you have to consistently stay up there. And because if you don't, everything will trickle back down and you'll drop. The only thing I would like to go over is the fact I've never used that service, but it looks like they're using actual phones. Maybe it's micro workers or something like that. So that could be a major difference. But using like these major just software standalones or basically are using servers, I would stay away from those because it's going to hurt you in the long run, especially if you're doing this for your own business, your clients. You're going to get a lot of fake impressions, a lot of fake things, and it's going to not help you with your analytics and overall viewpoints of where you're actually seeing results. It's all faked and it's not going to help you.
Do you think that can actually hurt a business? Like you think someone could use it against someone and do this and
you could definitely do brand disassociating by kind of trickling in different words and things like that. So it can be used in hurtful purposes too.
Keith, have you played with CTR manipulation?
I did a few years ago, and what we pretty much boiled down to is, we're talking about a robot, right? We're talking about a fake signal. And what you really need is a genuine, real signal, right? Exactly what we talked about at the SEO video show 2 weeks ago, an in-market audience, someone who searched for your niche, your category. You're selling roofing, they went to Home Depot, they did these things, they are active. Why? Because old googly bear is paying attention to what's really happening. They are going to, it's just, exactly as Jordan says, you have to be careful, and you're better off trying to do real signals from real people than trying to fake it.
Love that. Love that. Okay, guys, stay away from CTR manipulation unless you know what you're doing. I mean, I've actually felt like I haven't done it with GBPs before, but I've tanked my own sites. I tried doing it with software, so I was like, you know what, I'm cool off of that. I don't want to even touch it. I mean, I'm looking like I did it on my own sites, but I just wanted to just try it out. It's like people had. I mean, there was actually softwares that you can buy, and I just put on a VPS, and I actually got like some good proxies, supposedly, but yeah, it didn't really do anything. It actually hurt my site, and can't even use it anymore. All right. All right. So let's go into our very first segment of by JP, which is JP's tech stack. Let me go ahead and
Right.
Yeah, we're going to play some GMBs right now. How we doing?
The drive-by GBP.
All right, JP, you ready?
Yeah, let me go ahead and get my screen shared. Share screen here. All right, so can you guys all see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So today I wanted to go over a big important thing. It's about reviews and about analyzing reviews, things like that. And I want to go over at the end of some different ways to help you build your review profile that's going to help you with conversions and rankings overall. So a big thing for me when we're looking at reviews is that when we're asking for review, that we want to really cover 3 major topics. And one of those major topics is asking for what type of service was done. I work with a lot of home service providers. locksmith being one of them. And one of the most important things is, asking for the type of review, whether they came out and got a new car key and changed locks, rekeyed, and things like that. Your reviews tell you a lot of things about what was done and how customers interacted with your business. If you look at the reviews here for this business, it looks like if we sort these out, a lot of the reviews that are actually being done here talk about car keys. And car keys is a big major service done by a locksmith.
Okay.
Now, with that, it's also important too that you only also ask for, where the service was done. So if this reviewer, for example, if you were to say, hey, let us know what service we had done for you, and then also maybe let us know what city you called in from. Maybe a location. That's going to help you just kind of build a natural review and get the content that you want. Google does read the content in the review to also closely match a relevant phrase for whatever user is searching for. So if they're looking for car keys, it's more than likely going to show reviews that have to do with car keys. So if someone come in here and read these. But one thing that's really important is you really want to make sure that as a business owner that you are giving customers a positive experience, because it makes a huge difference in the overall profile itself by using something called sentiment. And sentiment is basically something that Google uses to give you the overall mood of the content. So I'm going to give you a couple examples. I'm going to go ahead and grab this review, since we picked the 1 star. And I built a little review sentiment analyzer, and basically what this does, it tells you what the mood actually is from this review.
Ooh, get in the mood.
Where's the Barry White song?
So as you can see, obviously it gave us a negative sentiment. So these are things, Google looks at the different content. They use something called vector embedding, which basically calculates words and phrases together to find the meaning behind them in a mathematical way. And it does that by giving it a score for the sentiment. So as you can see, this one, for obviously reasons, it's going to give us a negative sentiment. Now, if we go in to find a review for, let me come back here. Let's try and find a positive review that maybe has a little bit more content.
It's nice to see that they mention the manufacturer as well. That's definitely, people search that way, right?
Oh,
the
manufacturer.
Key replacement Nissan.
Oh.
So let me go ahead and put this in here. And it should give us a positive feedback on this one.
I'm curious. How about finding like say a 3-star one? It says confidence 1.
3-star one.
Find 3-star. If it would say if it's neutral, or does it say it's positive?
So a lot of it's going to depend on the actual content itself. That's why it's important when customers leave a review that they actually leave content in the review and not just like mark it a 5-star or a 1-star.
Yeah, I'm curious. Let's see what that.
Let me actually sort this a different way. Let's see if we can find
that darn Dre asking these questions while we're trying to, teach the world.
Here's one right here.
All right, I want to see like it's pretty long.
This one might be screwed a little bit just because of, there is a lot of content that's in there, but we'll try this out.
Negative.
They actually gave us negative. So they
took
what some of the words that were in here, things, obviously you can see in here, the physicals key inside didn't work.
Unfortunately, it sounds like a bad keyword.
Yeah, unfortunately. So they actually look for certain words in there, and it basically it gives it a score.
An error. Yeah, that's interesting.
Got it. Yeah,
so the confidence score is basically how closely like how bad it is, like how negative it is. If it gives you a 1, that's basically 100% that it's actually bad. So again, this is probably when you go back to asking for reviews, think of ways that you can actually make the overall experience for the customer be worthwhile, because they might have had a bad experience with when they called into this dispatch. You know, maybe it took a while for them to get this scheduled out, but the end result is going to be ultimately your employees. Your employees are the face of your company, and so that's why it's really important that the last person to interact with your customer, what something I call the last touch, is really what's going to you know, be important for how you actually get those reviews and things like that. So
And guys, guys, if you have any questions, yeah, please ask them. We had already Kenneth ask, how can we get your tool?
it's not something I've made public yet. I just wanted to at least show you a visual. I'm a big visual guy, so I wanted at least for you to see what this would look like. But I could probably drop something on the URL maybe later on this week, so you guys will have access to something like this.
Got it. All right.
Nice.
Let's go on to the next. You want to go to the next one? I need to.
Yeah.
Today's next segment sponsored by Emergency Mustache, the perfect stocking stuffer for your friends, because you never know when you need a mustache on the go.
Yeah, Foursquare would be one. I know there was a question when I was going over the citations. Foursquare would be a great one. Did we lose Dre?
What? He's pulling on wires there.
Yo,
Yeah.
I hear you.
did we start the next hold on. Oh, sorry about that. I was off.
It's fine. We're really like live, right? Like,
sorry guys. All right. Look, I left and I thought you're gonna go on to the next one, and the next one is we're doing Lambo's World, right? We got Lambo's World. Let me go ahead and get that going here. All right, let's go.
I'll need to make sure I press the right button this time, right?
Oh well, me make sure that we have you.
La 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 Lambo's World. La 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 Lambo's World. Lambo likes conversions and SEO too. That's Lambo's World.
All right.
You've heard me talk about in the past about the action and the benefit, right? Meaning, if you're on a particular site, let's just zoom in here. Even just simply the call now with the phone number and the benefit of the free estimate, that is part of what I call the two parts of this holy Trinity conversion, right? And you're like, the holy Trinity, are you talking like one bourbon and one scotch and one beer? No, the next thing I'm really looking at is going to be the credibility portion. Meaning, even though you make a direct statement like this, people are still going to say, well, is this believable? And therefore, by having, let me grab Lambo's marker. Ho, 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 ho. Check it out.
Hey, that's a cool Chrome.
Da 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 da. I like to draw silly faces. When you can support your primary call to action with the review and then having these trust items, right? The credibility, that's going to really boost your conversion. And there's been tons of studies on this from Amazon, Google, even our Up Hero data, which means, great, you can go ahead and ask for that call to action and have the benefit, right? You get a free estimate, but there needs to be a little bit more on the credibility side. So part of that credibility, and these are things that sometimes you can overlook, you can just put into your messages, right? Can I trust you? Your years in business, the size of the company, right? Big companies make you feel better and more secure about moving forward with them. Do you have any warranties or certifications, anything that's unique and beneficial, right, to having me say, you know what, you are credible and I believe you, right? And one of the strongest reviews is definitely going to be a video testimonial. If you put that at that call to action, that's going to be huge. Any special awards that you get, you know, that you can either apply for or make up or do whatever, and even brands. If you sell certain high quality brands that people are looking for, that's really going to benefit you. And that raises that conversion quality, because if you're credible and you have a clear action and there's a benefit to making that happen, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Ooh.
And that's pretty much it. What I wanted to focus was, so many people have things like this, but they miss out on the supporting content, that extra messaging, which is really going to push you a little bit further.
So you're saying to move that more above the fold, like next to.
I mean, this works out pretty well.
Okay.
Possibly this doesn't need to be here as much, though, and on a phone it works, you know, pretty slick. But the whole idea is, if I call, I'll get an estimate, and I can be as happy as Catherine Winston.
Got it.
Right?
Love it.
I should call, I get an estimate, and I can be happy too. And then I believe, based on this information, I believe that I'm going to be satisfied moving forward.
How
Huge.
about like for say other industries, where do you think that would be okay to do, even like on a lawyer's website? Because I think that would you?
Oh, definitely. Anytime, and remember, all you're trying to do is to get people to believe the information. And how can you do that? You just have to have a little bit of supporting info. On this particular sample, if we scroll up here, grab my marker, Lambo's World. This is great high authority information right here. No one has this many awards. That's a lot of reviews in compared to the competition. Certified and financing. Not everyone offers financing. So it's just these little things that make people feel that they should believe you. And it's in a lot of those studies that come from Amazon on e-commerce, right? Which is buy this product, and then what do you want to see? You want to see that happy customer. I want to be happy just like Catherine is happy.
Me too. All right. Love it. All right. I think it's time.
Lambo's World.
I think it's time.
Lambo's World.
I think it's time for our site roasting, guys.
What?
Let's go.
Oh no! You got a fire extinguisher?
He's putting it out.
Yeah, put it out.
There, he put it out. There we go. All right. So, JP, did you want to go ahead and take the first one on the list here?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me go ahead and pull this one up.
This one is search digital marketing agency near me, and the location is out in Fairfield again, California.
Yeah.
And they're asking, other agencies further away, like all the way out in Concord and Napa, and a service area business are in the top 3, and they are not, and they're closest to the center of Fairfield.
So I'm guessing there's probably not. I guess there's a pretty decent amount of agencies out there, but so they're always going to show you 20 results in the first page here. So keep that in mind when you're looking at why things are happening. Actually, excuse me, 10 results until you scroll down But sometimes this fluctuates between 10 and 20 results. So keep that in mind when you're looking at why things are happening. There's probably not a ton of agencies actually in Fairfield. But like you saw me scroll out, a lot of it's going to depend upon kind of the overall map view. One thing you really want to pay attention to is the GPS up here. This first GPS that you see in the URL, that's the actual map view. That's going to change as I change the map run.
Oh,
right?
the actual results actually change.
Yeah, so keep that in mind. It could not necessarily be even something that they're like doing special. It could just happen to be something that's just what's showing in your map view. So keep that in mind. So a lot of these are going to change and fluctuate. If I move it way over here,
Yeah.
you'll see the results change. Google actually has this little thing right here where you can actually uncheck this. So update results when the maps move. So you can uncheck that if you want to.
Did not know
So
that.
keep that in mind. As we kind of work our way down here, then you'll start to see, results are only showing within this area, and that business is no longer showing. So it could just be something where now if we're looking at like digital marketing agency Fairfield, I mean that could be showing different things too. So, but
just quick interjection. I pulled up just the GBP tool. Like if you go into your AdWords, and I've demonstrated this in the past. I did the near me search, and Bay Area media is number 2. Now this is live happening right now, right? So, but I think the one thing you really need to think about is that really what someone's searching? Digital marketing agency? My data doesn't show that they really search like that. SEO search like that, but not regular small business owners.
Yeah.
So what would they search for, you would think?
Well, a lot of times they'll search service. It might be related to the keyword, or company might also be related.
Online marketing.
Or just the
company.
product itself.
Online
looking
company.
for Facebook advertiser, SEO expert, SEO company, web design, web designer. This is a matter of, okay, yes, you might be labeled on your citation as a digital marketing agency, but that probably is like less than 5% of true searches of a buyer, a real buyer.
They show up now right there.
Yeah. But these are going to fluctuate kind of based on the map view. One thing that's really important too is Google. Sometimes I see this. It doesn't happen all the time, but Google will actually show a relevant category closely related to what you do.
So what's their category?
If we do online marketing, it's thinking that it's going to be internet marketing service. So if we click on this business, for example, they're using basically internet marketing service as their main category. So Google kind of looks at categories as an overall bucket. So internet marketing could be the overall bucket for online marketing for this particular query. Now, sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes Google will actually show the relevant categories. So if you have like 8 categories in here related to marketing, a lot of times they'll show the most relevant category for that query. If the business doesn't actually have that category, then it'll just show, you may see something different. So this is internet marketing service. So this one right here, see it says marketing agency.
Yes.
This one actually doesn't even have internet marketing service as a category. So if we scroll up a little bit more, we'll look at AP marketing. They actually have internet marketing agency. But again, the reason why it's showing internet marketing is because it's the primary category in this particular case. Sometimes you may have a business show marketing agency as a primary category, and then they list internet marketing service as a secondary category, but the internet marketing service categories could still show up here on the left-hand side to be the most relevant for online marketing company in that query. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your categories. It's super important because even though other businesses have it's really popular, like in HVAC, for example. So HVAC could be the primary category. HVAC covers a big string of categories, and then it may list like heating contractor, AC contractor, things like that. So choosing your categories is very important.
Something else that probably an expert eye like Jordan and I have noticed, you notice as you scroll down this list, you see a few people that say open 24 hours. Now, many of us know that if you're actually open, you're more likely to appear in the maps. But something else can happen. The Google bot can, or even a consumer could call you at 7 a.m. or on a Saturday or late at night. And if you're not serving, then you could get a little bit of a demotion. It's not really talked about, but that's something you really need to be careful about. Here you are trying to game the system by saying, oh, I'm open all the time, but we secret shopped you and there was no answer on the call.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. I was thinking, would it help, like maybe even including, let's say, the category name within your name, like it says, like, you know, like it says marketing agency, like, so that should Fusion Future put marketing agency at the end of their name, like, you know.
Yeah, I would do that, especially if you're whatever you want to associate yourself with, the main topical level. You actually don't even want to use ink in there. Google actually tells you to remove any type of name associations like LLC or incorporated. So this is actually technically against quality guidelines by having the incorporated in there. Instead, you could go out and get something in California. They have something where you can actually go file with the local county to get like a DBA, so that you can say Bay Area Media Marketing Agency or marketing company.
Like
So that's
legally.
one thing. What's one thing that you can do, because the business title is still is one of the main relevancy scores for ranking. Is Google's trying to differentiate the query with maybe a business name that you're actually searching for. So maybe even just adding marketing in there could also help in the long run.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Jordan, do you know why? I mean, it just seems to be the opposite of what people would do. Is if my legal business name had the LLC or incorporated, I should put it in everything that I do.
No, so actually, if you look at their guidelines, they tell you that you're not supposed to do that. So you're not supposed to put the the extension of what the business name is.
What if you
just the actual
did
brand?
Dentist near me, and that's your company name?
Yeah, then that's your company name. Then make sure you have it protected. Go get a business filing. It costs $20.
Yeah.
And
bet.
brand it that way. I mean, that's a huge thing too. If you want to brand a query, that's a huge thing that you can do.
And then would you just show like a Google rep or something? Say, hey, this is my business.
Yeah,
Or
you
like,
just show them your business license. Say, hey, this is I went and filed this. This is a local trademark, and this is the business name I go by.
Oh, there you go, guys.
Yep.
Love it. And how much are DBAs? I don't think they're that expensive, right? I guess it depends.
They're not. Like in my county, I think they're about $20, and then each
Yeah.
additional one you can get with the same filing is like an additional $10. So I mean, it's very reasonable.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's see. We got time for one more roast here. Let's Keith, you want to pull that one up? Did you make that jingle yourself?
Yeah, I just sang over. Do. Press the right button, Lambo. Let's go. This was kind of an interesting one. I stumbled onto this Evergreen exteriors, and nothing stands out on the that they're not necessarily doing anything wrong on the map portion. They are a full service contractor. Therefore, one thing that they did not add was windows. And even though it's one of their main services, it was interesting too. If you looked at this James Lyman had left some reviews, and I thought, this is kind of suspicious. Old Jimmy went out and left a review at Master Plumbing. He then left one at Master Plumbing in Nampa, and then left one at Master Plumbing in Eagle. All three in a row, right? Well, so you're like, is someone playing a little fast and loose here, right? Possibly, right?
You gotta be careful with stuff like that, because it's pretty easy to trace what you're doing.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So you can tell if someone's helping you get reviews and they say it's like, get you like, I mean, and you see something like this and they're all over the place.
Yeah, more than likely it's not a legit. It's not going to be a legit customer. What are the odds that they're doing business with the same brand around the whole metro?
And notice they're not very specific, right? They just basically say the same thing. Very knowledgeable, very polite. Very knowledgeable, very polite. It's just like, oh my gosh, you keep saying the same thing. Like,
you'll get dinged for that
good.
too. This is something that the FTC would look into.
How'd you find this? I'm curious. Were you able to find this, Keith? Because if you can find it,
I just I was just, searching, for the show, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. This is their Yelp profile, and this was really interesting too, where their actual website listed on Yelp and the phone number is also different. So it makes you, me and Jordan would say, I think someone's messing with this, right? Now, if you click on that, it does go to the site, and I didn't, dare call the phone number, but someone might say, well, is that an issue? It's more about sending trustworthy signals. So here they list themselves as Evergreen Exteriors, but here they list it slightly different. And we got a little keyword stuffing. And I know you guys y'all fattened up, right? Over Thanksgiving. And you're like, I can't handle any more turkey. There's a lot of bad code going on here. And if you go in and just take a deeper dive, looking just at the homepage itself, which is connected to the GBP, Jordan and I talk a lot about this, which is whatever website that you have connected to your GBP, it has to be centered around your primary services and of course your city. So what do we notice right away? They don't mention any city in this title. And then holy bad code Batman. What the why is it like this? This is interesting that you stumble onto these bad WordPress websites. Someone basically said, we have the mobile version, we have the tablet version, and we have the desktop version. And guess what Google says? Oh, we have the spam version is what's going on here, right? And look at these giant sentences of just stuffing. Let's just search the word Boise. Okay, we put it in an H1. We have a secondary city further north. Let's zip down the page. Whoop, let's slow down here there, Lambo.
Wait, this is the same site, same company that with the fake reviews, right?
Yes, it's the same. So they put they put an H6 and they finally mention Boise. What do we teach you, boys and girls? You definitely want to repeat your city much sooner on the site portion, right? We say it here and then it gets lost. You're like, well, hello, could you serve in this market? And now from a CRO point of view, they've got good marketing. They've got good stuff. Okay, here we mentioned, where they're at, but Google's really going to scrape the site and look at this information. And then, oh my gosh, we are going to go to town and go to
Is that a full
city.
sentence H6? Go up.
It looks like they only have.
It's from a review, it looks like. Or no, I guess it's hi, we're the dynamic duo.
Yeah, it's still
So it's
pulling in
basically
though
this.
as a header.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck? Come on.
Is that bad or is that actually?
Yeah, you wouldn't do this.
No,
That's not a headline. That's a paragraph of text.
and H6s are pretty pointless at this point. I mean, at the very most, I'd probably go down to an H4 if really needed, depending on the content. But it's that should have just been a P tag, body tag.
And then look at this. They just went on and on and on. Now remember, maybe not everything is seen. We talked about hiding things from Google, but Google scraped this. If I can see it, Google can see it. And this is bad. Bad. This is a bad SEO. Build or beg SEO, bad. Okay. Not good at all to help this contractor, where I think from a CRO point of view and from conversions, we have some good things going on, but this is just bad design. It's holding them back.
I'm curious, with those fake reviews and possibly like stuffing like header tags. I mean, how are they ranking? are they actually ranking pretty well there?
If I pulled I looked at I do have it. I'll just pull over here. you can clearly tell someone has been investing.
Some SEO.
This is SEMrush. You know, look at right away, even SEMrush is like, we're a little suspicious of this link graph,
so
right?
suspicious. Oh, interesting.
Yes, it's suspicious. Clearly, domains are growing, backlinks are growing. Now, this was just only looking.
That's within the month. Just within a month. Look, it says thousands within a month.
And you can look at this and you'd be like, shame. I know your name. You know, this is just not the smartest in overall with what's going on here. On the ranking side, let me see. Let's just bring up the domain overview or organic research. Sorry. Do. So we all know that these kinds of graphs, oh great, this big giant ranking boner, right? Well, this is SEMrush predicted traffic. It's not real traffic. You have to get into the actual analytics or the Google Search Console to see this stuff. But this is a good, clear indication that they're just not getting a ton of clicks.
No.
And certainly they rank for their brand, and citing is not that competitive. And so we're not surprised that they do get some bites on citing, but they don't list windows, so they're not getting that. If you really look at where they're getting any kind of bites and clicks, it's pretty much going to be
citing contractors.
On the citing. It's some easy stuff. So it's just a matter of, man, could they do better? Yes.
Yeah, but they kind of that's like just a case of fake it till you make it. I mean, the page is just built horrible. It's built for SEO. It's not built for anything beyond that. Yeah. And it's poor because of the fact of it's not organized. It's just a very blanketed page, and then in the code they just tried to stuff whatever they could, thinking that just adding long sentence headers is going to do something.
Builder bag. Here we go.
There you go.
Look,
what's this? Builder bag.
This is the guy that is the link. I guess his name is Mike.
Oh,
this is what's crazy though is
he's SEO for that company.
Yeah, well, now I guess it's the link listed at the bottom of the page, right?
You found the guy who's doing it.
Well, his link is right there, right?
Okay, all right.
But this is crazy. So you're like, oh wow, this is just over the blown top, for Mike. Okay, well, who are you, Mike? Right? So I'm going to go to the About Us page. We can have a photograph of Mike. Oh, there's Mike, the superhero. Is that really him? I don't know.
No.
Since 1998, talking about experience, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. Do we dare? Do you want me to go look and see if we can find them online? Or not? We could do it another time. But
we don't want to go. What's that called when you dox them?
This is the reality. Small business owners, people will say whatever they want on their website. Okay. You need to really not trust any of that. You need to go and double check. If you went and you searched for this company, all of these reviews, all of this information, they're just fictitious. There's no live reviews for this company. And he doesn't even list his last name. Right? Like,
all right, guys, we are at time. Thank you guys so much. If you guys have any questions, I'll give you like 10 seconds to go ahead and put something in the chat if you have any questions. If not, we will actually be having I know next week is Christmas, and we will have a pre-recorded, or we'll have a premiere for you guys. And we'll be on, we'll be checking on the premiere. But we'll have something pre-recorded for you guys, so you guys can spend time with family and ourselves as well. And so if I didn't see any questions come in,
are we gonna have a Christmas party?
Yeah, I believe so. Right, we're gonna have a Christmas
party.
Are. Yeah.
So who's gonna be? So we're gonna have an elf. We're gonna have Santa.
I could be Santa.
You have any costumes we should dress up as?
I got Santa. I can be a Christmas bunny. I can be a.
Do you have the pink Christmas outfit from the Christmas Story?
No, I have a ton of them because my birthday's on the 24th, so I've always dressed up on my birthday for when I have parties at my place. So I have a ton of Christmas bunnies. All right, guys, that concludes another one. Be sure to check us out. We will be back next week, and so until next time, peace out.
Hey, GBP roast, GBP roast. Sorry, you in danger. Right now, I gotta flame you. This is GBP roast, GBP roast. On your Google business profile, it's about to go down. We roasting and reacting. We ain't come to play. 20 years in SEO. JP, Lambo, and Dre, bringing facts and guests. Oh yeah, we bring the dopeness. Welcome to the show. Hope your profile don't get roasted.
Peace out, guys. Peace out. All right. Stop right there. Let's see. It's uploading. I think it's uploading for you guys pretty fast. Yeah.
99%.